Hello my friends, this is tutorial number 14 in this serial of Java programming language. In this tutorial we will talk about loops. We have a couple of loops. We have a for loop, a while loop, do while loop. We also have for each, but in this tutorial we will do some short introduction to for loop. And first of all, let me close this and let me make another package. Just a second. We will make a package loops. And in this package I will create a class. It will be, you can type a name whatever you want. I will class 01 with main method, and let us write some simple for loop, and I will explain you. If we have for integer I equals null and I is less than 5 semicolon, and we have I plus plus, and we will simply print system out print line. Just a moment. System out print line I. Let us save and let's try to run it. Okay, and we have in our output numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And now let me explain you what it means. Well, when we starting a loop, we starting with integer I is equal to null, and we checking the condition if I less than 5, and it is, and we are printing I. When it run again, it increments by 1, and we have integer e equals to 1. 1 is less than 5, and we are printing I. And it runs until gets 4. 4 is less than 5, and when we increment by 1, when we get I equals to 5, 5 is not less than 5, and the loop is over. Let us do a couple more examples. For example, if we type I less than 100 and I plus equals to 2, let us save and let's run it, and we get the result. So a lot of numbers, 0, 2, 4, 6 is the same thing. Starting with 0, 0 is less than 100, okay, printing I, and it increments by 2. I equals to 2, 2 is less than 100, and printing I. It all comes, it continues with 4, 4 is less than 100, and it runs until it comes to 100. The last one is 98. When it comes to 100, 100 isn't less than 100, and the loop is over. We can also make condition. It can be, if we want to finish with 100, we can only type is less than or equal, and we will increment this by 5. Now let me save this, and when we run it, it comes. Let's check. We have the result 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it runs until 100. 100, if I is equal to 100, 100 is equals to 100, and I is printed, and loop is over. Let me, if we want to print some string with I, we can do this. We just need to, for example, checkpoint plus I. And if we saved, and if we run, we can see checkpoint 0, checkpoint 5, checkpoint 10, and it runs until gets 100. Now let me just comment this. We will comment. We will have, for example, integer. It could be I. Now we will do next thing. While I is less than 100, system out print line I we forgot to initialize our loop. Our variable integer I equals to 0, and while I less than 100, we will print I, but we need to increment I plus equals to 5, and let's to 5. Let's run this. We will get the result. We will get the same result, and this is a while loop. And let's explain. Is starting with 0, and while I is less than 100, the I will be printed, but we have incrementation by 5, and when it comes to 100, the loop is over. But what will be done if we simply forget to increment? It will be a crash. It will be a crash. Let me stop this, because we do not have incrementation, and I is always 0 in and always continues to print, and we call it in Java endless loop. But trust me, you don't want to do that. We will simply trying to increment by 10. Let us save. Okay, and we have our while loop. Okay, let me just comment this. And we have another loop. It calls do while loop. For example, it means do something, system out print line I, but we forgot to change integer I equals to 0, and do system out do printing I while I, for example, less than 25, and we will increment by 5. We forgot semicolon. Let's try to run this do while loop. Okay, we have the result 0, 5, 10, 15 and 20. And now you will ask me, but there is no difference between while and do while loop. Actually there is. We can just simply make this loop 40. If we change this variable, and we will try to print, but it will be no result when we try. For example, in do while with while loop, nothing will be printed, but in this do while loop, let me try to run it, the result is 40. That is the difference between while and do while loop. For example, in do while loop, we are telling the program, do this, you need to print line I. This order at least will be completed once, and even if condition is not true. That is the difference between if we type 10, it will be normal. 10, 15 and 20, but if condition is not true, we can put 80, for example. Always this order will be completed once. It doesn't matter, because of that we have a false condition, but no matter, it will be completed only once. And this is do while loop. I hope that you understand it, but if this is not at the moment clear enough to you, we will, in our next tutorials, we will practice all of 3 loops, and you should be fine with this. Okay, if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and of course you can also follow me on Instagram. You have a link in the description, and see you in the next tutorial.